Won't the world lose all meaning after a while? I don't know what are you defining as world. What the world lose all meaning after a while. Word. The word is just a way of communicating something. What is attached to the word is your resonance. Is your own essence. So it's like it's a sound, and then in that sound is attached your vibration. When you listened or relate to your vibration, then the whole world have it manifests itself through that vibration. Like sometimes, I can be babbling or something, but something within yourself change. I don't need to make any sense if I don't want to. But sometimes just the vibration of that is attached to the word is the one that have the life force. So the word doesn't have any meaning, really, if it is not attached to your life force. If it's attached to your life force, then you create your world, you create your reality, you attract the best possible frequencies to match that resonance. Let's say if you're speaking a word with the resonance of sadness, if you repeat that enough, then life will work very hard to give you exactly the same resonance. So your reality become very sad. Sad events, you attract sad events. No, it's not that you attract, you create sad events. And then it's my experience that you have the word, and then is emptiness. There is nothing. So the word is like a big effort to do it or to communicate something. So each word is like a jewel. Doesn't matter which one. Doesn't matter what. Because it gets charged with emptiness. Get charged with nothing, with the universe itself. So there's the part of the word that create your reality, and there's the part of the world that is free from any creation. It becomes creation itself. So let's say if I give you the topic of concentration, forgiveness. If you relate to the word itself, it have absolutely no meaning. Then you go, what is it? How I do that? Right? You were asking me that. But if you delete the actual F or F-O-R, the actual word of it, and you stay with the resonance that you are trying to achieve or understand or assimilate, then healing happens. That's why in silence it's much easier, because you don't have any other stimulus. You can just stay with the resonance that is attached to forgiveness. That's why I was telling you, is at first just delete what you thought what forgiveness is. Just imagine for a moment, you say, everything I have learned about forgiveness, I will delete it. And then I'll wait. That's what the silence is for. That's what the stillness is for. That's what we are saying. We're taking the analogy of going into the cave and just wait in the darkness. We just wait in the darkness. Then we'll click. All you need to do is to be in that space of absolutely nothingness inside your body. You're not just floating there. You're inside your body and you're waiting. Then the purity, the resonance of forgiveness will arise for you. At least one element of it, one piece. And that piece will be a foundation for another one. For another piece is, forgiveness with patience, maybe patient with no judgment. And you start making links. Resonance links, not word links, but resonance links. And those are matrices. Those are mandalas. Those are geometry. Those are codes that have data. So when we choose one word, forgiveness, let's say, it have a shape. We'll see this in the water exercises. The Japanese scientists say forgiveness, and then the water gets all certain codes, certain shape, certain mandala. And you put love in the same water and it change. Because everything have memory, it's an intelligence. It doesn't read, water don't read forgiveness. It just is able to capture the intention of the subject that is putting the energy on it. So word cannot really be free of any meaning in that sense. Because word carries you. You can be saying anything, but it carries you. It carries your mandala. Each of you look like a mandala. Some missing pieces, some have no center, some they have branches, some they're... But that's what we do. We slowly built the structure, built our own unique geometry. And that geometry is alive. It's like a pulsating light. It sounds. And it sends that I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm thinking this, I am in here, I'm unfinished in that. You have all the data, everything. Your conscious, your subconscious, your unconscious, everything condensed in that geometry. And that geometry is like a puzzle piece. You will bring forward all the pieces alike. And that's what is called a reality or a frequency. It's a band, you say? A band that resonates with certain frequency, with certain geometry, with certain data. The more you are in totality in one frequency, the happier you are. Our problem is that we are in different parts of different fragmentation. Is our problem. We think one moment forgiveness and in the next moment pain. Have no correlation. So you change. So you are not sending the proper command to your mandala. That's when you get confused. That's why the steadiness of concentration is so important. Because if you vibrate in one single frequency, let's say forgiveness, for a while, you have the chance, you have the time for that mandala, for that geometry to be built. But if you get out and move to another frequency, usually opposed or holographic, meaning invented by somebody or by you, then you don't have the time to build your structure, to build the piece that you need. This makes sense? It's a bit scientific, but that's how it works. Just science have not figured out that yet, but that's the correlation of word, thought, location, concentration, meditation. And when we are still, what we are doing is to vibrate to the original emptiness, the origin of all. We're able to regenerate. That's why after the retreat we feel very regenerated. Because we have come to that original state at the womb, the darkness, the emptiness. All the mysteries are there. Everything is contained in there. It's the womb of earth, the womb beyond the earth. It's the womb of the universe, of the divine. It's where are we coming from? But we're usually apprehensive about darkness, stillness. We don't see it as, it's just a big hibernation. It's not pain. It's It's not scary. Did you went through that negotiation in the meditation of the darkness? It's okay, what is darkness? Really dark, what is going to happen here? But that's where you truly repose. When you have nothing. You don't see nothing, you don't hear nothing, you don't speak nothing, you don't smell nothing. You're just in the womb. Then that mandala can be reshaped. And it happens regardless if you're thinking in your laundry. That's why I say, don't worry if you're thinking. The aim is not to think. It happens naturally. Once you go in, immediately that womb starts to be stimulated. You can be thinking in whatever. Your life is very small and very irrelevant in front of the immensity of darkness. But the beauty is when you are aware that this is happening, when you are abandoning the thought process, or you are not saying, okay, whatever I'm thinking, fine. And you start relating to that womb, you start relating to that stillness, you start relating to that resonance, purity, then bliss. It's blissful. Because you know you are being using the energy of regeneration consciously, and it's very pleasant. It's like a cat that massages you, reshape you. So it happens all the time. Like if you cut, immediately the womb is coming to heal you, and it closes you, it regenerates you. And you will be washing the dishes or whatever, but still a whole entire process of regeneration is happening. And that is through the geometry. Pieces get together, the energy get tighter and tighter and tighter, and poof, it become matter. Then become a cell, a new cell. So from the subtle, it forms matter. It's not the other way around. If your words don't have, or you think that your words are losing meaning, that you have no interest, it's because they have no resonance backing up. You're not putting your prana, your breath, your life force in the word. And after you put your life force, then you remove your own personal life force, and then life itself tune into your voice. It's quite a miracle. Many teachers underline the whole thing about the word and speaking right and resonate, charge your aura with the right words. Singing is part of that. But if you find it too light, it's because your words are not charged. And therefore you hear that everybody is speaking in a no charged way. You'll feel that the whole world is superficial. Because it's your own projection, it's your own creation. Of course we don't want to hear that, I am superficial, but when we were in the south and we were exploring the alchemy of we are the creators, I am the creator of my reality, there were many elements that came forward, elements that we have forgot. And one was the imagination. When words cannot dream, then you're dead. Your words need to dream, need to imagine, need to tell a story, need to create something. And then the whole entire world gets constructed. But we have lost that. And instead we repeat the same things. What's the other day that we're seeing that the history is just told by historians that just read one book and they repeat the same thing that they have read, but nobody have make actually the research. They say, oh yeah, the Nazis did this and that, and they say in this book, and it was also saying that other book, but it's all the historians repeating itself. And we believe it. Same thing with the news. Oh, there is war, or there is economy, and this is what is happening. So, oh, did you hear that? But who actually is making the research? We don't know. So the world constructs itself in the same band, in the same frequency. Doesn't have a chance to dream, to be something, imagination. So the word is very important. It's part of the alchemy. But it has to have your essence or your non-personal self. It gets more potent as you are not there. First you have to start with charging it with you. And then as you disappear, then the word itself becomes more and more potent. So the word of a saint happens like that. Because you have you have no persona behind. You have just a pure infusion of the divine, the emptiness. And as that happened, then something very, very beautiful happens, and is that you be able to read or hear the resonance that comes your way. So you may say my name, and I may hear in all your essence, or understanding your essence through your words. Just one word I need, and I can understand your world. It's the tone. That's what children reads. Children, you can be saying you're a good child, but if you're saying it with a different charge, that's what the child pick up. Doesn't pick up the actual words, pick up your resonance. Same thing, as you disappear, you pick up the resonance of nature, the resonance of everybody. That's why nobody can lie to you. So how did you know that? It's not like I have special powers or telepathy or things. Like your story. You write one thing, I may be reading something else. So it's the principle of telepathy. It's the principle of communicating totally and fully with one sound. Because you may, as I say, you may say my name and I will know the whole entire world, the whole program. But it's just one word that unfolds the truth. Then the world become a wonder, You hear the birds, oh my goodness. It's overwhelming, the amount of information. The tree, the wind, the waters, everything. So rich. They might promise you will never be feeling that life have no meaning.